Hey everyone. This is part 3 of the session. We already went through part 1. We ended off on part 2 on slavery and what type of slavery we're talking about. Then we're going to begin here on another slavery, which with the Arabs and the Dutches who are here in America have put upon our African people. This is why a lot of our African people truly don't understand who they are, because they shred their heritage. I don't care what you say. They shred their heritage. Okay? When you talk about a couple of hundreds of years, if you constantly using this Bible here, you're using this Bible here. This Bible here was rewritten hundreds and hundreds of times. This Bible is not telling the full truth, but you can use it. You can use this conception. You can use the scriptures, because the same people who use this Bible, I know you see me with two different Bibles. You got the King James Version, and you got the New World Translation Bible. All right. So what? You can use these Bibles just like we didn't write the dictionary. You can use the dictionary to understand words. If you don't understand certain words, what you do is you get the dictionary and you read them and understand its meaning. Most of the meaning is going to be telling you French or Latin, like that. It's not going to tell you coming from Africa and so on and so forth. It's not going to do that. Most of the words that you read is going to say French, or it's going to tell you Latin. So if you don't believe that, do your research. Look up words. It's going to tell you the conception, what year it came from. It can tell you from 1625. It can tell you 1555, and its origin, and most likely it's going to tell you from French or Latin. Now, I want to get back into racism, because that's where I left off. And before we do that, we must pay all due respects to the Creator. The sun rises. Good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. Amun. All right, brothers and sisters. Now, what you see me there was just hand signals. Before I get into the racism session, what you see there was hand signals. These are hand signals that was used in ancient times. The reason why I know is because I've seen it and I studied it. You understand? It's not nothing like, like it's something big, but it's out of respect. Not only just that, if you allow your ancestors in your dreams, or whenever they decide to talk to you, they're going to give you these answers. Just like your angel, you believe an angel is white. Angel never been white. An angel, your first angel is a black woman. It always has been. An angel was a black woman. You don't want to believe it because you don't want to do your studies. You don't want to study nothing. You understand? Black people are the origin of this planet. The black gods have been here. They have long moved on. They gave you all the evidence you need. Now, back to racism. I left off on part 2, racism, right? Okay, racism, the rules of racism. Understand it. Hidden Colors, this is the Hidden Colors video. I told you they got 4 different documents. Understand the conception of racism. Racism comes in multitude areas, okay? You have to understand that. But what the one we want is the one that's hidden under the surface. When they keep talking about America's a melting pot, that's a bunch of bullcrap. America is not a melting pot. America is based on money. It's always have been based on money. It's a system that systematically it uses everyone, but mainly black people. Black people have certain things that we have, which is the melanin inside us, that it is more expensive than anything else in the world. You will find that out in Hidden Colors 4. Matter of fact, you find that in 3 and as you're going in 4. But mainly in 3. How they do operations and steal black people's body parts. Why they don't do this to white people? Why they don't do this to Asian people? They do it to black people, steal their body parts. You understand that? Because our body is genetically coded from ancient times. We rapidly heal. We're more athletic. We're more smarter than them. Do not let them fool you. Don't let them fool you with all that madness. I'm just telling you the honest truth. Understand? When you do your research, do your research. I ain't got to go all technical. I ain't got to be all scientific about it. I'm being as simple as possible so you can understand the graphics of the words that are coming out of my mouth. You understand? I want to be simple sounded so you can understand the philosophy what I'm telling you. Now, back to the racism that I'm telling you about, which is hidden undercover, which a lot of you are blinded when you start going about Black Lives Matter or you go All Lives Matter. In between those two, no. You must separate your mind from that conception because that conception is an illusion. If you think about the president of Barack Obama, have you ever heard him say Black Lives Matter? Did he said that? And meant that whole conclusion? Huh? Did he come to New York City and any one of these towns from upstate New York or the other states when black people was being murdered rapidly? Huh? They were sacrificed. Understand the racism. Understand that. You got women that was going to jail for prior convictions and then dying? Understand the conception. You understand? This is why this book here by Neely Fuller is very important. Do you understand what I'm telling you? It's understand the United Independent Compensatory Code System concept. This book, I'm going to read a little bit for you. It's about the written author of this book. I, Neely Fuller, not me, writer author of this book, has been, like millions of others, long-time victims of the servant of the racism, white supremacy, in all areas of activity. My experience, observation, and or studies have led me to believe the following. 1. Racism has done more to promote non-justice than any other social material system known to have been produced or supported by the people of the known universe. 2. No major problem that exists between the people of the known universe can be eliminated until racism is eliminated. 3. The fear, frustration, malice, and confusion that is caused by racism retard or prevent all constructive activity between the people of the known universe. 4. The only form of functional racism that exists among the people of the unknown universe is white supremacy. I didn't read the whole script that was on the back of the book, but I gave you an insight. This book will let you know how people talk. It will give you different words, how to understand, how to be able to identify racism, not where it's seen. Not where it's seen, you see. Racism is not seen. The ones like the KKK and all that, that's just being blunt out there. KK and all of them, you know what they really about? They're about the system of things. Okay? If you listen to a lot of their lyrics and how and some of their sermons when they be talking, all that Jews, kikes, and all that's a bunch of bullshit. You understand? They're also fighting the system of things. They're fighting the system. You know what I'm saying? Their minds is always to be a pure white race and all so on and so forth. A lot of them that start to begin to do a lot of studying find out that there ain't no pure white race. They're trying to hold on to their race. They understand they are the minority. The people in the Klan, skinheads, they all know that they are the minority, not the majority. This is why they say we must preserve the white race. You got to understand the conception. And a lot of you people, when I say people of color, do not understand that conception. For whatever reason you choose to do so. Now, I want you truly to get this book. You could have the DVDs. There's other DVDs like Out of the Darkness. Another outstanding DVD. Out of the Darkness, you can download on YouTube as well. It's called Out of the Darkness. It gives you good description on modern time and ancient time. Listen, brothers and sisters. You have gods and goddesses, kings and queens that's giving you information here in modern time. You're not accepting it for whatever reason. Why you're not accepting it, you choose not to accept it because you believe that your wealth is fine. It's not about your wealth. The war is not about how much money you make. The war is on your mind and your conception on who you are. As long as you continue on denying your roots, denying your heritage, and denying your blackness, black people are basically becoming invisible, evaporating slowly. Okay? Now, a lot of people tell me, oh, they want to kill us all. Let me explain to you something real quickly. They're not going to kill us all because they understand that the geniuses are people of color. Now, I know you see some of our black brothers and sisters out there and they're all savages. But they're not savages. You know what they are? They're lost. And if you're going through 100 years of the same system, that it seems that nobody cares about you, medical reasons, nobody care about you, food-wise, nobody care for you, you know what the people's going to do? They're going to begin to fight for themselves to survive. And when they do this, the people who hurt is our own people. Because when they're fighting to the fittest to survive, other blacks get killed. Other blacks get killed. Other blacks get killed in many different ways. Drugs, alcohol, selling it. And we happen to be able to see the transformation that has destroyed so many different communities. This is a factor. Then you get the people who move out these wonderful communities. They move out these communities, and then this community becomes rotten, infested. Listen here, a lot of men that was rich to a short part of time. I don't mean filthy rich, I mean rich. They had millions of dollars on for you, but at the end, they lost all that. Racism is serious. It's not a joke. Okay? And now we're going to come to religion. Religion is a bound system. You're not free. You under rules and regulations. You under rules and regulations that whoever's in charge of that institution is going to put rules around you. And if you don't obey these rules, they got complications and repercussions of which is going to happen. Some people get disfellowship. Some people go through more rigidish type rules. Spirituality is not based on that. Spirituality is like the wind. It moves and flows on its own natural course. Religion is not. Go to religion in your dictionary and read it. Once again, it'll say either French or Latin origin. And because you're under the banner of Christianity, so many of our own black people, you mainly scared. You scared of the system because you think if we teach you these things, you're going to get lost. But in fact, it's going to enhance you. It's going to open up your frequency. You will be able to understand your ancient ancestors that you call, oh, my angels have came. Without God, none of this would happen. Well, let me tell you something. On part 4, I'm going to tell you, on part 4, I'm going to let you know that what you think it is mainly here. I'm Chocolate AMUN-RA. We move on the past racism so you can get a better understanding about religion. I'm Chocolate AMUN-RA. I hope you're enjoying it. Peace.